Actually, sometimes I think that can be used as a defensive measure. Hi, my name's Close and welcome to the PaperThin Place, and on this channel we talk about communication, creativity and culture, and sometimes we do that through the lenses of diversity, leadership and art. And today I want to talk about a little thing that bounces around my head, and it's this idea: is a statement different to a response? Now, in our culture, in our media, events happen, and sometimes an organization then decides that it needs to make a statement about its positioning. And I find that really interesting because actually sometimes I think that can be used as a defensive measure. Actually, it's a statement that seeks to limit the amount of damage from a situation rather than it is a statement aware of accountability and transparency. In a sense, it's more reactive than proactive. It's really an organization that's been caught in the middle of something and feels like it needs to respond suddenly by trying to limit the amount of damage that might arrive from a situation. A response to that same idea, so take example racism, take example climate change, a response to that would be an ongoing situation. It would be more than that one particular moment where you need to make that statement. A response would be your ongoing change of process, your ongoing change of perspective and culture that probably shows and displays what your deeper intention is, what your vision is, how you have reacted not just to the moment, but have reacted with a longer term intentionality around something. So let me try and kind of like paint a picture in a few examples. Post George Floyd's murder, a lot of organizations made statements about how they were anti-racist, how they were up for diversity. But if we now look at those organizations years and months on, kind of from that kind of point of view, have we really seen change? Have we really seen kind of shifts in structures or decision-making power? Have we seen diversity that isn't just tokenism? Have we seen a change in leadership? Have we seen changes in decision-making power that reflect actually true change of an organization, true shift in their processes, true dismantling of kind of like structures? That statement that they made post those events claimed a lot of things, said they were going to do a lot of things, but where is that in reality now? Look at climate change and look at how a lot of organizations made statements around that. And again, we see similar questions around intentionality. We see similar questions around accountability and transparency. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to blame or point the finger at anybody because we've all got stuff going on. But a statement is a collection of a position of where you were at that moment. A response is an ongoing thing. A response is like, well, we're delivering on change in this manner, in this example, bit by bit. And I want to ask the question, within all of that, that a year on from things like George Floyd, with the realization of climate change as a real issue, what are we seeing as responses more than just statements? What is the action more than just the statement? Now, like I said, I think we're pragmatic and we know that change takes time. But when people make statements, I want them to be mindful about that intentionality, about delivering on that change. And I want it to be a real and true response. And in all of these things, we need each other's help because some of these problems are huge, right? But when you're an organization and you're making a statement, think about what are the longer term ramifications of that. Think about what is the longer term intent and how can I produce statements that reflect that, rather than a statement which is more of a defense. So if you find yourself in the need where you need to write a statement, pause, take the time to consider what are the questions being asked of you that require you to look beyond that moment, that require you to look at the vision long term, to look at the change long term. And let that statement be a reflection of your actual response rather than being a statement of defense. So that's just something to think about. To be honest, I'm still processing and thinking about it myself. So let me know what you think by dropping a comment below. Let me know what you think, whether you agree or disagree, or whether you have other things to throw into that conversation. And conversation is really important, and that's why we do this, why I'm trying to encourage more of that. So if it's all helpful, let me know. Here's some other videos that you might find interesting, and thanks very much for your time. Be kind, be nice, and see you next time.